City of Atlanta. Welcome and good evening. We welcome you to our Monday night broadcast of the NBA here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brett Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. GA, it's all yours.
Well, we're seeing a new trend in NBA practices. Coaches are marking the court in different ways to help players visualize where they need to be. Take, for example, a four-point line, rewarding players for stretching their shooting range. And a corner three, in some cases, is worth 4 points in practice. And that encourages players to take that high-value shot. There's a lot of coaches thinking outside the box by drawing new boxes on the court. Kevin?
A lot of talk about this, David. Some new ground certainly to look at. Thank you. Here's what the Hawks have lined up on their schedule. On Tuesday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. A look at the 76ers starting group. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for Atlanta, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Bembry out there with Young. And it's Capella in at the center, locking down the middle. And coming into this season, questions about whether the Sixers could retain their star players. Well, Greg, they shuffled the decks, but they still have great talent.
Swapping in Al Horford for Jimmy Butler, Josh Richardson for J.J. Redick. The Sixers still in the mix to come out of the East.
Now here's Embiid. In the game against Detroit, very impressive. Here's Harris, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on DeAndre Hunter. Well, we knew that Tobias Harris would be one of the big names during free agency this past summer.
Wasn't a lot of speculation for him when free agency hit. Ends up staying with the Sixers, and I think it makes sense for both sides, and he fits nicely next to Embiid.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good.
Well, you look at the career of Tobias Harris, and, boy, he's bounced around a bit. Has never slowed his development or production, though. You put him anywhere, and he'll find a way to help his team.
Second free throw, no good. And with Harris, he's been moved so many times. You know what, Greg? You forget he's still quite young.
Yeah, I mean, he really is just starting to enter what should be the prime of his career. Has improved every offseason and is a great rebounder and scorer.
And so Simmons will bring it up for Philadelphia. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Kind of a ticky-tack foul there, but you have to be aware that's how the refs are going to blow the whistle tonight.
Here's Young. In the game against Orlando, very impressive. Bembry kicks to Hunter.
Hey, come around. Hey, switch.
Pass to Collins. Young outside. Over Simmons. That shot off. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Here's Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
Harris with a head of steam put his head down and then put the ball down.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Young outside. From outside the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Simmons against Young. The pass to Horford. Richardson for 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Richardson's pretty consistent at draining that 3 ball. The D can't allow him to get too comfortable while he's camped out behind the arc.
Shot from the wing. Horford with the rebound.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
Richardson, no luck. The Hawks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. Here on the 2K leaderboard are the rebounding leaders from a season ago. Second, Joel Embiid. And, of course, Clint Capella.
But these guys are always around the hoop, always with a nose for the ball. A dominant season inside for both.
Simmons against Young. Here's Horford. No good on the shot. Collins with some nice D. The feed to Hunter. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
With a number of moves and shots to choose from, Hunter is scary. Nice bucket there.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
One shot.
That's good from Richardson. Many players on their best behavior to start the year. Do things get more chippy as the season goes on?
If you were in a marriage, Kevin, let's say, and
I am.
And you are. Let's say you had what's called the honeymoon phase.
Yes.
Right around December, that's about your 5th year of marriage. And guys start to think about, you know what, I keep seeing you every day, and I don't like how it is that I'm playing, and I don't like where we are right now. It's cold in this gym. What is going on? That might spill over occasionally to competition on the floor.
Well, because my wife plays this game, watches our broadcast,
yeah.
I'm always in the honeymoon stage.
I'm looking at you, Kevin, and I cannot believe you just said that.
I can't believe she's playing it.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
No, he's automatic from the mid-range, and the defense knows that. It's a mistake to give up a shot like that.
Now, here is Young. Capella, the pass to Young. Pulls up. And that one hits back iron.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Simmons passes to Harris. And there it is for him. Harris has got 5.
Tobias there taking the contact, still leaning with it, scores it.
And here's Young. Lays it up off the glass. He has 5.
Yeah, that play never gets old, Kevin. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Here's Simmons, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the foul. This goes against Atlanta.
The first pick in the 2016 NBA draft, Simmons has been a phenomenal addition to our league.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
And this summer, a 5-year, $170 million max contract extension for Ben Simmons. The Sixers didn't want to give him any cause to look elsewhere. A great talent, but the hope with that kind of money is that he'll develop that jump shot.
And the Hawks making a change here. Herter's checked in, and Simmons drops them both.
And when he gets ahead of steam, you almost feel sorry for defenders. Ben Simmons, a combination of size, speed, and ball handling that can at times be unstoppable.
Yeah, that's not an assignment that I want there, Kevin. I'd rather do math homework than to try and cover that guy.
Pass to Harris. Shot clock at 6. Passes to Horford. Over Hunter. That's good from Horford on the assist from Tobias Harris. Horford's got his second basket of the night. And with his passing and driving ability, Greg, Simmons is like combining a power running back in football with a pinpoint passing quarterback. Not much he can't do.
Kevin, a football metaphor is appropriate. Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football, and the physicality and quick thinking of that sport really reflected in his style of play.
Now Simmons, after the missed three from Trey Young. Capella against Simmons. Lets it go from deep. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
The Hawks trail by 9. Pass to Herter. Hunter with it. An 11-point game for him in the win against Orlando. Young outside. Puts up a 3. Makes the shot. Basket number 4 this game. Brings him up to 4 for 9.
Feels like the other 4 guys have disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one to get them back.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
Atlanta making some changes. Jones comes in for Clint Capella, and it's Teague in for Trey Young.
Get up on Teague.
The pass to Herter. And he gets it to go.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Embiid. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Thibault. Another shot. And Jones pulls it down.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And it's blocked by Simmons.
How about the balance and body control? Simmons able to send that one packing.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Here's Thibault. Kicks it to Harris. Here's Thibault. He's guarded by Collins. Shoots from the baseline, and that one's good. Thibault. And the 76ers lead by 4. Atlanta's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Here's Teague. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, you shoot a floater like that, it's impossible to block. Jeff Teague shows it off there.
Thibault, the pass to Embiid. Here's Thibault. No good. Good work defensively by Jones. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Trailing by 2. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
Yep, made the defense work extremely hard and did a nice job of getting any advantage they could against a team that shot it well.
Here's Simmons. After the made shot from John Collins. Harris looking it over. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, Tobias, too strong. Gets inside, not going to be denied.
And last year, a tough one for Jeff Teague. Just couldn't put together his normal level of play.
You know, Teague missed some games with injury, but his shot just wasn't consistent. His passing and playmaking were as strong as ever, but you just couldn't rely on him to score.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
The free throw off from Harris.
This Hawks team built around youth, and probably the most attention-getting younger player is Trey Young. What an unbelievable second half to his rookie season, almost challenging Luka Doncic for the Rookie of the Year. Trey Young, an incredible shooter, but plays with a tremendous amount of confidence, and we'll see how far that confidence can take this young core as they continue to grow under their young coach, Lloyd Pierce.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
Here's Herder. Last game we saw him score 14. Teague finds Labissiere. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And the question for Young now, can he reach the level Curry has?
I think that question is just completely misplaced. We're going to just try to let Trae Young be the best version of himself. He reminds you of Steph Curry, but those accomplishments are I think, a little bit out of reach, Kevin. Trae Young does have in front of him an unbelievable opportunity here in Atlanta to become and push his potential as far as he wants it to go.
Now the shot clock resets to 14 seconds on an offensive rebound. Brent, do you like that change?
I think digging into the numbers a little bit, Kevin, it only affects about 3% of total possessions.
Is that all?
Yeah, throughout the course of the year, not in any given game. So it's very, very
no kidding.
Very, very minimal what happens. But what I like is that, players have to reset quickly with 14 on the clock. And I think coaches are starting to think about how it is they might have quick sets as opposed to getting the ball to the top of the key and trying to run through a traditional set. Maybe you have quick sets after the reset to get yourself a better shot.
More strategy. Thibault and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's the teardrop. Here's Teague. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
The defense lurking. Teague shows tremendous confidence going up against it and finds a way to nail it.
It's stolen by Teague. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That one on Harris.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Trae Young, he's checked in for Atlanta. Korkmaz checked in for Philadelphia.
And Teague can be a knockdown shooter, especially from the free throw line.
The 76ers trail by 7. Hilton the pass to Burks.
I'm back. Here we go, pick up your man. Here.
The 76ers shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
And when Kyle Korver played for Atlanta, he set a league record with at least 1 3-pointer in 127 consecutive games.
Yeah, to think that you just wouldn't have one of those nights where nothing was going in. 127's pretty impressive. Record was broken eventually by Steph Curry in 2016. But for Atlanta, that 127's still a team record, and you wonder if one Trae Young might have his eyes set on it.
Count that one. Fernando's got his second bucket of the night.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
On the wing, Harris. And Labissiere sends it back.
Well, the reach of Labissiere making impact right there on defense. Dependable with the shot blocking.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
And so it's Burks bringing it up now for the Philadelphia 76ers. It's a 10-point game. Pass to Korkmaz. Now here is Harris. And Labissiere sends it back.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Teague the pass to Fernando. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. And now it's a 12-point Hawks lead.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to summon up a little more sense of urgency.
Here's Harris, and Labissiere sends it back. He can't get that one. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Hawks ahead. They lead by 12. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. A native of Cameroon, Joel Embiid talks about making a quick transition to the United States.
Not knowing English, obviously at the beginning, it was a little bit hard to express myself. Obviously, I can speak English perfectly now, so that's a plus, and I'm just being myself.
And that unique sense of humor, Greg, is a specialty of Embiid's.
He's a fun-loving guy who's become a must-follow on social media. And the transition he's made has been remarkable.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a very convincing performance here from the Hawks so far.
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you can't be careless with your shot selection out there because some of them are getting thrown back.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, Kyle O'Quinn out there with Harris. Then there's Alec Burks, and it's Korkmaz in at small forward. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a certain competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin J. Rich is self-described as super competitive, and that edge is what drives him.
It sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David. And here are the 76ers now. Jeff Teague unable to get his shot to go. The shot's good from O'Quinn.
O'Quinn using his big 250-pound body to get the basket. You know, the defense is all over him.
Now, here is Young. 10 points for him. Count the basket.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Down low, O'Quinn. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. O'Quinn's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, this is where I think Kyle O'Quinn is maybe the most comfortable, putting his height and his touch to good use on the inside.
Young's shot is off.
I'll be honest, I thought there's no way that he's missing that close. That's a bunny. Give it up for the aggressive defense, Kevin.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And the Hawks with possession here after the Sixers pick up 2. Now Teague. 20 points for him last game against Orlando. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Milton, defended by Young. Here's O'Quinn. That one misses. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Passes it to Fernando. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got 3 assists in the game. The 76ers trail by 6. Pass to Burks.
Screen.
An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Burks has got 6 points.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
To the paint, it's intercepted. And now Philadelphia on the break. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Trae Young. Brett, you suited up for 6 teams in your NBA career. What do you think about some of the front offices that you came across during that playing
Take a break.
time?
Take a break.
I think when you find
True
a
shots.
front office, when you move from franchise to franchise, is what it is that they value most. And there were some franchises, quite frankly, Kevin, that I played for where they just wanted you to show up on time, get there, play the game, and leave. Those franchises end up having a lot of struggle to find some footing in the league. They also find trouble finding attraction from free agency because people understand the culture just isn't there. There are other teams that do so many other things well, Kevin. You feel so much more valued as a player throughout your course of your career. Those are the places that end up sticking with you. And I think the league is doing a great job from top to bottom, moving in that direction. Now, some are doing it better than others. That will always be the case. But the idea around finding more completeness for what it is you provide a player is a great thing for everybody.
Horford. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Hacked and still knocked it down. Nice composure.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Yeah, well, what's not to like about Joel Embiid? A physical specimen at over 7 feet tall, all the skill in the world, and a personality made for stardom.
Atlanta making a switch here. Collins is checked in. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Simmons is checked in. That one drops. He ties it up. You talk about Embiid's personality, whether it's on the court or through social media. Greg, he's not shy speaking his mind.
One of the best trash talkers in the league. He doesn't hold back, but it's never personal. He's embracing the spirit of competition.
Now, here's Richardson. He picked up 24 points in their last one against the Pistons in Detroit. Horford, no luck. Atlanta's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Now, here's Hunter. Richardson covering. Here's Capella and Embiid with the block. Now, here's Horford. He's tightly guarded, so it's Richardson with the jam. And it's Teague with the ball, but he brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks, trailing by 2. Looking to end the run, and it's blocked by Simmons.
Yeah, he's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
There's the pass to Richardson. Just 5 to shoot. The shot, no good. Atlanta's shooting at 51%. Really solid. The kick out to Teague. Hits it from 3-point range. Teague's got 10 points.
Well, 1 make and 6 attempts. I think it's fair to say he's had a rough start to this quarter.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%. Now, here's Richardson. He's got 8. Pass to Korkmaz. Outside, Simmons. Shot, high post, and he hits the jump shot. He has 7.
I think Simmons' understanding of the game is off the charts. He has a great feel and awareness on the court.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of the 76ers this year.
Yeah, 2 conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
And guys, this first meeting always sort of sets the tone for how the rest of the season series will play out. For teams that know each other this well, this initial game is a big one.
Here's Teague. He's got 10. The dish to Hunter. Teague against Simmons. Outside Collins. Clock at 4. Here's Bembry, and they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
And here's a look at the stats for Teague. Last year, getting it done. He averaged about 12 points per game last year, 8 assists and 2 rebounds. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
It's Richardson on the wing. 8 points for him. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeAndre Bembry. That's his 3rd foul of the game. For the Hawks, Jones checked in for Capella, and Kevin Huerter subbed in for Bembry. Simmons against Teague. And 2 free throws coming up as the whistle blows. He barely missed that one. That one on Collins.
Terrific work there by Al Horford, getting close to the hoop, really forcing the defense to foul him.
And Greg, Al Horford over the summer opting out of a contract with Boston, the final year with the Celtics. A bit of a surprise to fans.
You know, Horford said he wanted to test free agency. Talks between him and Boston abruptly ended, was wooed by several teams, but ultimately signed on with the Sixers.
The first one falls.
And we come back to it again and again. If you're just looking at points and rebounds, you really miss Al Horford's impact. It goes way deeper than the box score.
So Horford gets 2. And some detractors have looked at Horford's stats, and Greg, they said he's not an all-star. Even Sports Talk Radio calling him Average Al.
Nonsense. I mean, still a great defender, efficient scorer, elite passer as well for a big man. Then you get to his leadership. Big Al is the total package.
And the dunk by Embiid.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Teague against Simmons. Teague dishes to Jones.
Help, 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 help!
Here's Herter. He's got 5. And Embiid with the block. And now Philadelphia on the break. Simmons is running. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
And after he missed the first 2 seasons of his career, Greg, with a broken bone in his foot, would injuries be your main concern for Joel Embiid?
Look, no doubt about it. As long as he's healthy, he's an all-league performer. Still, 7-footers carry a lot of weight in our league. He wants to prove he can play big minutes. They just got to make sure they protect him.
The Hawks trail by 8. Outside Teague. Dishes to Hunter. Outside Collins. 6 to shoot. Will it go? And finish off by Collins.
Pretty good body control from the big man as Collins stays focused on the rim.
The 76ers leading by 6. Pass to Simmons. Pass to Horford. Over Collins. That one a little long.
Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
And in his rookie season, Kevin Herter out of Maryland taking his time and finding his spots.
Yeah, after his sophomore year in Maryland, Kevin felt like he was ready for the NBA. And I think Travis Schlenk, the general manager of the Hawks, looking at shooting as something he wanted to build on coming from the Golden State Warriors. He got a great shooter in Herter.
And he makes the first.
Already impressing at a young age, Kevin Herter's dead-eye accuracy from deep, combined with being a fearless competitor going inside, that's going to pay some dividends throughout his career.
Both shots good from the stripe.
And coming from a background with player development for head coach Lloyd Pierce.
Well, I think he's great at just being a cheerleader and a confidence builder for this young team. I believe that to be a good fit here in Atlanta. He brings a great hands-on approach, and very, very important for him to think about player development as these young guys grow together.
Here's Teague after Ben Simmons' bucket. Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Well, maybe not the most well-known player in the league, but Josh Richardson has been a big source of offense, and Greggy's done it for a while now.
A bit of a specialist, but Richardson has no problem putting up and making threes.
Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorers. Fourth, Joel Embiid.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
Now here's Teague. 10 points for him. Now the pass to Jones. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got 4 assists now tonight. Kicks it to Richardson. From the baseline. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Teague, the pass to Herter. Here's Hunter. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession.
And let's take a look here at John Collins.
Coming off a terrific season, 15th in rebounding, and he was in the top 20 in field goal percentage, able to create offense with tremendous efficiency.
And we talked about how strong he was on the boards, going hard at it at both ends last year, really helping out his team. Clock at 6. Lobbed up there for Collins. And stolen by Simmons. Feeds to Horford. Over Jones. Misses off the right iron.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Hawks said they were going to be patient when they rebuilt their team, and they were going to do it through the draft, and they've stuck to that script. Now, Trae Young is probably the biggest name, but Atlanta's added a lot of great young talent the last 3 years. There's John Collins, Kevin Herter, and in 2019, the Hawks added 3 more good young players in the draft: DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish, and Bruno Fernando. Things are looking up in Atlanta.
I would think so, too. On paper, it looks good. We'll see if it materializes. D.A., thank you as always. Here's Richardson, following the basket by Trae Young. Here's Horford. Here's Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
This is his second trip to the free throw line. Both teams deciding to change it up.
One shot.
Yeah, way to go, baby.
1:29 left in the first half of the game. And here's Young. 14 points for him. Fast break, Philadelphia. Here's Milton. Lays it in off the breakaway.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
Herter passes to Fernando. Young outside. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And now the defense, full attention and antennas up. Trae Young getting warm.
Pass to O'Quinn. Here's Milton. 43 seconds left in the first half. And yes, it's good. That's 12 points for Joel Embiid.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
It's Young on the wing, guarded by Simmons. Passes it to Fernando. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. 6 on the shot clock. Young taking his time here. Off the left rim and out. Simmons with it. 12 points for him. He feeds it to Embiid. Again, Philadelphia.
And passes like that demonstrate the winning mindset Simmons has, a guy that wants to get his team involved.
A big-time effort for Joel Embiid, providing a lot of energy for Philadelphia. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. Back to the action after this word.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Joel Embiid having an outstanding game. He had 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 steal. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the 76ers?
Well, they were really in attack mode. The most telling stat is how many times they got to the free throw line. They weren't all afraid to get their hand and get those elbows dirty. You know I'm a specialist when it comes to the elbows, Ernie.
And now, Kenny, let's get your opinion on Atlanta.
Well, they're facing a team that shot very well in the first half. Now, that being said, they probably weren't aggressive enough on the defensive end. That was the difference.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Now, here is Young. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young is out there with Bembry, and it's Capella in at the pivot spot manning the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Lloyd Pierce. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Young.
Great to watch Trae Young set plays up on a nightly basis.
Richardson kicks to Embiid. Back to Richardson. Collins comes over with the double team. Here's Horford. Again, Philadelphia.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta. Pass to Collins. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Here's Bembry, guarded by Horford. Shoots from the high post.
Swatted by Horford. In terms of defense, Al Horford up there amongst the top.
Here's Richardson. He kicks it to Simmons. Young with the steal. Little turnaround. He gets that one. Young's got 4 points in the quarter.
He just gets this offense going. Young operating in the mid-range this time.
Yo, whose man's is Simmons? Screen coming.
Simmons against Young. Richardson right side. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Young against Simmons. Fires the three. Young's shot is off.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
And that one is good. Embiid's got 18 points in the game.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
Capella kicks to Young.
Come get it, come get it.
High arcing shot.
Yo, check Tobias.
Harris outside.
Yo, right here.
And the pass to Horford. Out to Harris. Three-pointer. Atlanta with the rebound. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Well, last season, Josh Richardson just exploding for the Miami Heat. And Brent, as you know, he was their top scorer.
Well, he's a great three-point shooter. The 3-and-D aspect is what drew the Miami Heat coaching staff to what Josh Richardson was capable of doing. Now he's going to do that in Philadelphia.
And the first one at the line is good.
And Josh Richardson continuing to develop his overall game, has such good height at the 2-guard spot.
Burks, he's checked in for Philadelphia. The Hawks trail by 14. Atlanta calls timeout. Joel Embiid with a strong contribution in this one.
Well, they got to be using this timeout to think about a personnel change or a game plan change to try to slow him down.
And let's see the stat sheet here on Joel Embiid. He's coming off an excellent season. How about 27 points a game, 13 rebounds, and 3 assists? And he led the charge when it came to scoring, led the team.
Yeah, he shot the lights out all year long from a variety of spots on the floor. Love that versatility.
Here's Bembry, back to Collins, and finish off by Collins.
Just has a nose for the dunks. Collins up there once again.
Burks kicks to Harris. Pulls it from the elbow. Here's Embiid, and he uses the glass on the layup. Embiid's got the lead up to 14 now for the 76ers. Now Young, 21 points in the game. To the wing on the left. Up top, Capella. Horford against Collins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over Burks. It's hauled in by Richardson. Richardson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
So it's Atlanta now, following the missed shot by Tobias Harris. Young with the ball. And it's Richardson picking him up. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
You know, Greg, at Oklahoma, the long-range shooting of Trae Young drew eyes. But it seems it's his passing that's his most NBA-ready attribute.
How about, Kevin? First player in history to lead D1 college basketball in points and assists. Top 10 in the league in dimes his rookie season. Young man has a chance to be special.
Well, comparisons to Steph Curry, unfair for Trae Young, and they're quieting. His shooting percentages in year one leave plenty of room for growth.
And the foul called on Skal Labissiere. That's his first foul. It's stolen by Capella. Here we go, one-on-one. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. And Greg, you talk about unfair comparisons for Trae Young. His career will always be measured against that of Luka Doncic after the Hawks traded back from the number 3 pick.
And Doncic going on to win Rookie of the Year, an instant star, and Trae Young with plenty of talent. And we'll see what he can accomplish.
Harris outside for the 3. Good on the three-point shot. Korkmaz has got 5 now.
Well, for Tobias Harris to take this step, getting away from scoring and finding teammates to become a more adept passer, that's good signs.
Now, here is Young. He's got 24.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Burks can't get it to go.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Now, here is Young. Doesn't go for him. The 76ers leading by 16. Here's Harris. Good work defensively by Capella. Young against Burks. Now, here is Young. Tight defense on him.
Trae Young in this game is playing completely in control and taking advantage of defenders being overly aggressive.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
Solid work at the line a season ago. 83% on his opportunities.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Young. And the contract structure for NBA first-rounders, 2 years guaranteed, 2 years of team options, the qualifying offer. Brent, should we consider changing that up?
I think it's working pretty well, Kevin. I think every front office is out there trying to find players out there that are giving you value beyond your contract. And that happens a lot when you're a team that has a first-round pick, 1 through 10, 1 through 20, and you hit on a draft choice. You potentially could get 3 years and sometimes 4 when you have incredible players coming into the league as their first year, changing franchises around. But a player that's providing way more value than the contract that they're getting at that time. So I don't see that changing much. It gives teams a long enough time to evaluate the talent coming in.
Seems to be working.
It does. And the players that prove it are looking at the calendar saying, could I fast forward 3 years? Because I really like to cash in on what I'm doing for you.
The 76ers leading by 14. And O'Quinn kicks to Burks. Back to O'Quinn. Over Teague. Another miss by Philadelphia. Atlanta's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Labissiere finds Young. Capella with it. 11 feet away. No good there. Here's Korkmaz. 5 points in the game. Yep, that one goes in there.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
The kick out to Teague. Cans it from downtown. Teague's got 13.
Well, the ball whips around and finally gets to Jeff Teague, and he lets it fly. Just a terrific shot.
The 76ers have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Pass to Burks.
Right here. What's the roll?
No shot.
It's rebounded by Labissiere. The Hawks trail by 13. Here's Young. Korkmaz grabs the miss. And here is Horford. He's got 8. And in front of you now is a list of the players with the highest shooting percentage last season. Second is Clint Capella.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
That's good from Horford. And so he's able to get one of two. The Hawks trail by 14. Kicks it to Teague.
Who's watching here? Move around.
And it's blocked by O'Quinn.
O'Quinn demonstrating solid timing there, and that's a pretty vicious rejection.
Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn.
Teague.
Clock at 6. And here's Young from the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Young's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, Trae Young exploring the limits of his range in this one.
Passes it to Burks. He dishes it to Horford. To the middle, here's Milton. That one doesn't go. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Jeff Teague.
Love how Jeff Teague did not fear that attempt. He was amongst the trees, but it did not affect the shot.
Now, here's Burks. He's got 9. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Labissiere. Labissiere's got his 4th rebound in this one. Teague dishes to Young. And Jones has it in the corner. Back to Young. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Al Horford. Good season for him last year. He put up about 13 points a game last season, 6 rebounds and 4 assists. And very few players in the league can go out and produce like he has. Just a great stretch for him.
He keeps playing like this, and you know in arenas, especially at home, when the star player is playing this well, those MVP chants come raining down.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Here's Fernando. Rebound by the 76ers. Horford's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Milton, the shot's good on the assist by Horford. And the 76ers lead by 11. Atlanta's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. Here's Fernando. He's got 8. Jones. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Here's Thibault. Rebounded by the Hawks. Fernando's got his 5th rebound in this one. Young inside. Burks covering. The shot that time not on target. The 76ers leading by 11. Here's Thibault. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
First trip to the line for him here. That free throw, no good. Atlanta making a switch here. Hunter's checked in. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Simmons is checked in. Good on the second free throw. The Hawks trail by 12. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
A nice shot by Teague.
Well, there's always this talk about Jeff Teague and his speed on display there as he attacks with that opportunity.
Embiid, the pass to Thibault. Shoots from 12. Fernando pulls it in. Fernando's got his 6th rebound on the night.
They've been able to have some team success in this game despite what's been an awful shooting night for him.
Now, here is Young. He's got 29 points. 6 to shoot. There's the triple. He can't get that one to fall. And so it's Philadelphia with a 10-point lead, some breathing room heading into the break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the 4th quarter. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Then it's Simmons, and it's Milton in at the small forward position. Young against Simmons. Pass to Collins. The pass to Fernando. The dish to Young. Over Simmons. It's not going to go for him. And the 76ers go the other way with it. At one point, they led by 16. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game is the first and last of their homestand. And the rejection by Collins.
No, sir. Collins sending that one away.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Richardson's checked in. So it's Philadelphia now, leading by 12. Shot clock at 6. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Bembry. Dishes it to Young. 3-pointer. Offensive rebound. Shot by Collins, no good. And it's Harris with the ball for the 76ers. Here in the 4th quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Here's Bembry, and he drops it in from the low post.
It would take some very special defense to stop him once he gets that close to the bucket, and they weren't special that time.
Kicks to Harris. Passes it to Thibault. No good on that one. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Philadelphia leading by 10. Richardson gets a wide open look. Off target from outside. Here's Bembry. Richardson covering. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And really, the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. The 76ers leading by 9. Timeout called, the 76ers.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team, Greg.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Brett Brown talking with his team. He talked about the mindset they need to have and what he wants to see the rest of the way. Engagement at both ends and making good decisions with the ball. Guys?
Thank you, David.
Yeah, the three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had 1 in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. Here's Simmons, following the bucket by the Hawks. Embiid kicks to Harris, drains it from beyond the arc. And the 76ers lead by 10.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Young from outside, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Here's Collins. No good that time. Simmons with the defensive effort. To the inside, Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
That's a strong finish from Tobias Harris.
Young dishes to Hunter. Outside Collins. He kicks to Hunter. Pass to Bembry. 5 on the clock. Can they get it? Rebound by Joel Embiid. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Here's Bembry, following the score by Josh Richardson. Bembry kicks to Collins. It's Young on the wing. From past the arc, drills the three-pointer. Young's got 15 points in just the second half.
And he's on his way to putting up a big three-point total.
Thibault, the pass to Harris. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Hunter. Drops in the breakaway layup.
Solid in transition. Hunter's eyes light up when he gets a chance to finish one of those off.
Richardson outside. Outside, Simmons. Inside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The free throw drops for Embiid. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Atlanta. Al Horford is checked in for the 76ers. And Embiid drops them both.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Now, here is Young. He dishes it to Capella. And stolen by Richardson. In the corner, Simmons with it. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
I just love the heart of Simmons. Doesn't matter what the D throws his way, he's still able to complete the play.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play going to the line for one.
Well, the rest of the team has looked pretty bad tonight, but he's done a fantastic job of scoring the ball and carrying the load on offense.
One shot.
Yeah, sometimes in a game you settle a little bit before settling in, and right now I think he's a big factor in how they're getting to the line.
Floats it up for Horford, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
The Hawks trail by 12. Bembry the pass to Collins. There's the dish to Young. Banked in off the glass. Young's got 8 here in the quarter.
Trae Young not backing down from the physical defense on that play.
The pass to Horford. Back to Simmons. And it's blocked, and he keeps control of the ball. Capella, the pass to Bembry. That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Collins.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
Yeah, possession's just way more efficient, I think, here tonight, taking smarter, better shots, moving the ball around. That's helped them to get back in the ball game.
And the basket by Horford.
Al Horford still brings such a great, consistent effort every night there with the second chance opportunity.
Young passes to Collins. Dishes it to Young. An easy 2 points on the layup. Young's got 39.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Here's Richardson. They get it again. Horford. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. And the 76ers lead by 10. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Hawks. And it's blocked by Simmons. Embiid finds Horford. Over Collins. Here's Embiid, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Collins.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
First one falls for him. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The Hawks trail by 12. Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Joel Embiid with a strong contribution in this one.
And he has absolutely worn them out in the paint. They need to come up with a plan to limit his touches in the interior.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Joel Embiid.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special.
Come around.
Capella dishes to Hunter.
Good out of that.
Shooting foul. As the whistle blows, he'll shoot 2 free throws.
And when Hunter attacks like that, it really puts the defense in a tough spot. Love it when he takes the initiative.
The free throw drops for Hunter.
An athletic forward with a versatile skill set. Hunter has also proven he can come up big in big moments.
And so he hits both. The 76ers leading by 10.
Get it going.
Richardson with it. Pass to Horford. Simmons on the wing. Defended by Young. 6 to shoot. Richardson outside. The 76ers again can't hit it. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Bembry the pass to Capella. And that one, good. Capella's got it back down to within single digits for the Hawks.
Just a much smaller defender on him. He does the exact thing at the right moment, goes straight to the rim.
Richardson attacking, and it's Richardson slamming it down.
Awesome seeing Richardson get a little tricky with the ball. Some fancy moves there.
Young against Simmons. That's tipped and stolen by Simmons. And then Simmons slams it in.
Yeah, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane jumping skills, he seizes it.
And stolen by Simmons. And now the 76ers on the break. Harris has got the ball, so it's Richardson with the jam.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Now, here is Young over Simmons. Here's Collins. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Horford.
Just staying aggressive right now. John Collins putting some tremendous pressure on the defense. Now, John Collins, an amazing young talent in this league, one of the best run and jump athletes that we have at that position. So fluid out there, gets out in transition, and that's where this Hawks team can really show its young talent.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And it's that quick second and third jump capability for Collins, Brent, that really stands out.
Makes you really tough to box out. You understand not only where your teammate's shot might miss, but your own shot on the inside. And John Collins can read where it's coming off the rim, get to the ball, get right back up and score.
And so Collins nails both of them.
The leap that we saw John Collins make last year was pretty awesome. Scary thing is he's just going to keep getting better and wants to improve that consistency in terms of his shooting range around the top of the key.
Now here's Simmons. And there's Embiid. That's good on the assist by Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists now in this one. The Hawks trail by 14. Young up top, guarded by Simmons. They grab their own miss. Second shot opportunity. Bembry misses.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Scooped up.
Come to me.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. So it's the Hawks now. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Philadelphia.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
You know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Joel Embiid.
Well, a consistent intensity is what he brought to the floor here. He hit the glass hard, and he came up with a ton of rebounds.
Now here's Simmons. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Young against Simmons. Shots good from Young. Young's got 42 in the game.
Young working hard on the defensive end that time.
With the prospect of making a big lead even bigger.
And you got to jump at this chance. Stretch that lead out as much as possible.
Now Simmons. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long and good night, everyone.